Let's bring in 9 News legal analyst Scott Robinson now to talk about this case. And I guess, Scott, the question I have as a layperson is, do prosecutors have any kind of advantage or disadvantage that they're essentially going to go at this for a second time, right? They ran up to a first trial, then said no.
Well, it's all new prosecutors, so they won't have that familiarity, except that this case has obviously been investigated the entire time. This was presented to the grand jury, and just reading over the indictment, the quantum of evidence against Morphew is much greater than was known previously. There are scientific advances which downplay the importance of foreign DNA that was found in the glove box of Suzanne Morphew's vehicle. At least at the time, it was reported that it matched an unknown sex assault assailant in 2 other states. But apparently they have discounted that through the testimony that was presented to the grand jury. All in all, they have an awful lot of circumstantial and scientific evidence which seem to point directly at Barry Morphew.
Yeah, so in your opinion, they have a better case than they had before. They now have a supervising district attorney who is not named Linda Stanley. Her career kind of, blew up in flames shortly after this. I guess the question that I have is there anything that we can read into the fact that this case is coming now? Do you see anything in the indictment that says this is why they're going at it now, right? It's been years since they found her remains. Why now?
It seems pretty clear to me that there has been ongoing investigation, and we really don't know when some of these advances took place. It doesn't reveal, for example, when the bone marrow was tested for the animal tranquilizer. So the reality is that there appears to be a much stronger case now. Part of the reason the case was dismissed by the prior district attorney is that they had been sanctioned because of late endorsement of expert witnesses. Basically, almost all of their expert witnesses had been stricken. That's not going to be true this time around. It's an all-new prosecution team, and it's a whole new set of facts.
One last question for you, Scott. This business about how one of the drugs found in her system, that Barry Morphew was the only private citizen who had access to it in the state of Colorado, that feels very damning if they have evidence to back that up.
It does, but keep in mind, if it was a drifter, a stranger coming in from another state, there's no way of knowing if that individual would have deer tranquilizer. So it's not the end of the case for the defense, but it's certainly a very powerful piece of evidence, and it's something that was not revealed on the first go-around prior to the case being dismissed.